On this episode of the 1903 Springfield series, we're going to be talking about slings. What you see on the counter here is 2 leather slings and 2 canvas web slings. These are easy to identify the differences between the variations. So there's a lot of different types of these leather slings. There's a 1903 model, a 1904 model, a 1906 model, a 1907 model. These are the 1907 model. And then there's different variations of this. They also went on to do other models that really never took off in popularity and are scarce. And some of them also never saw use. Some also were used for the 1917 Enfield. These leather ones are easy to identify the differences because the World War II ones have parkerized steel and the earlier ones have brass. Obviously, the brass was coveted metal during World War II. They needed it for cartridges, so they used parkerized steel here instead. So it's easy to know the differences between the two just by looking at them. Also, a lot of these early brass ones will have a manufacturer's stamp on them, usually with the year that it was made also. So these leather slings are really nice, but they're hard to come by. And also a lot of them are pretty beat up and the leather is worn and cracked. So if you can get one that's still serviceable, I would buy it. This is one of the hardest to come by accoutrements that isn't been destroyed or is missing some of the followers or something's wrong with the hardware. These are 2-piece leather slings, so finding them in good working order is kind of hard to do nowadays. I would say 7 of these, and these are hard to come by. These canvas web slings are very nice also. These are a World War II model. These are nice. They're easy to put on and easy to adjust. Here with the metal you just flip up and then the sling will move. Whereas these you have to put them in the particular holes and you have to kind of bend the leather for it to fit in because they're hooked. So this is a nice sling and this has gotten a lot of use and this is a really nice design. It's highly adjustable, but I like these canvas web ones too also. These have a really good look to them and I like the color that they come in. They come in either khaki or olive drab green. So I really like these because they're simple and they're easy to adjust, where these are not easy to adjust or to put on. These also are hard to maintain. These are easy to maintain. These canvas slings are referred to as M1 slings. I don't think that it has anything to do with the M1 carbine or the M1 Garand either. That's just what it was called. And there are several variations of these. One's khaki, one's olive drab, and then they changed some of the metal material to be thicker, thinner, to accommodate moving it easier. The last few variations of these canvas web slings never really saw any use. So these are really easy to come across and identify because there's only 2 real types that are in use. And depending on the color, you know which variation you have. The first variation is khaki colored. The second variation is olive drab. So after that, the third wasn't used on the 1903 Springfield because they stopped making them. Thank you for watching this episode of the 1903 Springfield series. Please stay tuned for more light content